Okay. More. Tossing the knife and meat aside, I pull Saya into my arms once more.
言ってもいいよね。さえ、君のこと愛してる。
Japanese Leichtetter too. Saya wipes away the tears flowing from her eyes. I can no longer see any hint of fear in her face.
あなたのこと後悔させたくないのに。なのに。
Yeah. I've sworn my oath, and Saya has accepted it. We have nothing to fear now. Saya will never need to cry again.
でも嬉しい。私って身勝手だよね。
身勝手でいいよ。さえのわがままなら聞くよ、僕は。
Jeez. Filled with contentment, we exchange a smile and set to the task of cleaning the room. A single person produces a lot more meat than I expected. Speaking of which, I seem to remember doing something similar before.
あとの2人だけど、多分おじさんが殺してる。
Yeah.
悲鳴とか聞こえたし。
そうか。そりゃ好都合だ。
Yeah, no, he's off the deep end. After we finish here, we should go gather the meat from the Suzumi house. That should be enough to hold us for a while, and we can use the refrigerator to store what we won't fit in ours. It's all coming together. Saya and I will just be fine. We'll be just fine. Yummy.
この写真知ってる？
After we finish our labors and get into bed, I show Saya what I found in Ogai's house.
この一枚見覚えがあるよ。うん、確かにさやの知ってる場所。
Photograph that Saya has selected is one with a Tochigi prefecture address on the back. Okay.
家だよね。それと木と山。
Yeah?
そう。みのりすごいね。写真も見られるようになった？
まあね。
Wait, really? At the outset of my ordeal, I had to depend entirely on my sense of distance to decipher what I saw. Okay, so basically, he can perceive things better now. The house in front of me, the mountains far behind them, the clouds high above, only distance and scale told me what they were. Okay, that makes sense. Photographs and other flat images used to be nearly impossible to make out. Recently, however, I've gotten better at understanding what things are by their shape. I know what the mountains and sky look like, for instance, and how to tell them apart from buildings. Each of the 3 pictures shows a similar scene, a lone house in the middle of a thick forest.
パパはね、別荘だって言ってた。ここにいれば誰にも見つからないって。
Well, now we will. Judging by the address on the back of each photo, they probably are excellent places to hide from prying eyes. But why 3? Yeah. The dates are pretty old, and it seems odd that they were all taken within a few days of each other. Maybe he was scouting properties, looking for the perfect location for his hideaway? Actually, yeah, that makes sense. So I recognizes only one of the houses, so that must be the one that Ogai picked. Checking the location on the road map of the Kanto area, I find that it's about 3 hours out of Tokyo by car.
お父さんがここにいる可能性は？
電話してみたけど出なかったよ。多分いないと思う。
Yeah?
でも最近に立ち寄ったことはあるかもしれないよね。
The way I see it, our only hope of finding Ogai is to follow whatever lead we have, no matter how small. The probability that his hideout will yield useful information may be low, but it's not 0. Oh, hi.
明日にでも行ってみようかな、ここ。
Saya pouts. I wasn't expecting her
で
to
も
object.
ここ遠いんでしょ？
It is pretty
行
far.
って調べて帰ってきても、まあ半日もあれば十分さ。
その間、さやはお留守番なの？
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Slightly exasperated, I smile and rub Saya's
少
head.
しは我慢してくれよ。な、 そやだってお父さんのこと見つけたいんだろ
うん。
After a brief silence during which her expression is hard to decipher, Saya looks up at me and says,
ねえ、ふみのり、
What?
パパのことはもういいよ。
That's a little weird.
え
It's the last thing I expected her to say, yeah, really.
でも君のお父さんだろ心配じゃないのか
いいの。
Huh?
私にはもうふみのりがいるし、
Saya says, coming closer to feel my warmth.
パパって言っても本当の意味でのお父
Is
さん
he your
じ
creator?
ゃないの。さやのことを教育してくれたし、ある意味では愛してくれてたのかもしれないけど、でもふみのりの方が優し
Maybe I
く
made the wrong choice.
高い。
Saya's words make me happy, but I also hear the loneliness in them.
本当に僕だけでもいいのか
うん。ふみのりは嫌？さやと二人っきりじゃ。
いやでも
Yeah.
そうだなやっぱり大貝教授には会ってみたい
Having finally figured out how to explain my feelings, I
さやの
continue.
ことをもっとよく知りたいから僕以外にさやのことを知ってる人がいるなら
That's true.
ぜひ会ってみたい
They want at least some people that understands. Like, I get when... I don't
うー
know.
ん、そうなんだ。
Maybe he understands the situation better because they're kind of still in a fucked up situation, you know? Saya doesn't seem upset, but she does tilt her head quizzically, as though my thoughts are strange to her.
それにやっぱり明日この場所に行ってみよ
Another plan has started to form in my head, one separate from the search for Dr. Ogai. If I find the doctor there, great. If I don't, well, I think I can find another use for his mountain retreat. Oh, to live there?
うさや寂しいかもしれないけどちょっと我慢して待っててくれ
Now I think about it. Like, they could live there. Like, he can't really interact with normal world things. You know, maybe I made the wrong decision. I'm just thinking, man, maybe I was clouded by judgment. Am I weird for picking this route? I'm thinking about it more and I'm just like, yeah, maybe I should have picked the other one. He can't really do anything. Like, he can't interact with, like, human things anymore. It's just Saya. Man, I really am a lonely person.
うん、
She nods and looks questioningly into my eyes.
やっぱりふみのりにはさ、家族とか友達とかもっともっと大勢いた
Yeah,
方が
I kind of think so. He does. Then again, wouldn't he seem as a grotesque
So, yeah.
monster?
その方が楽しいだろうね
Fearing that Saya will start sulking, I hurriedly added,
でも勘違いしないでくれよたとえそういう人たちに
Well, yeah.
暮らしてたとしてもさやだけは僕にとって特別な一人なんだからね
ありがとう。
Giggling, Saya rubs her cheek against mine.
さやもふみのりが喜びそうなこと、ふみのりのためだ
Ah.
し。
Yeah, I guess she can participate in, like, this idea as well. She seems to know a lot more than I think. Today, all of Kochi's classes were in the morning. On his way to meet Yo for lunch after his final lecture, Kochi suddenly gets a call in the middle of the hallway. Without thinking, he reaches to his belt for his new camera phone, but curses when he realizes the ringtone is coming from the old phone in his bag. He hasn't transferred his contacts list yet, and calls still come to his old phone from people who don't know the new number. I just realized, isn't his phone, like, fucked up too? And, like, how does he... Maybe he can't operate stuff. It just looks weird. So maybe it isn't as bad as I think it is. I don't know. When he finally fishes the phone from his bag, the name he sees on the display sends a chill up his spine. Can he even... How does that look? Anyway, what is it? Fuminori? Oh, is this Aya? Why not? Oh, it was... Oh, this is Yo's perspective. My bad. Why now? What does he want? I'm stupid. I didn't realize it was different. It's hard to be happy about a call from Fuminori after the incident at the old guy house. Wait, did I... Hold on. Can I see... previous text? I was paying attention. Who was backlog? To me... Okay, this is the dude. What was his name? I'm dumb. Okay. So this is the dude. I forgot his name. It's been a minute. Hey. Oh, shut up, phone.
Hi.
Hi. And yeah, it's the dude. It's his friend. Okay, but he's gone.
コージ今日はもう講義はないよな
I wonder how he's communicating. Does he have a phone then?
あ
Of course, Fuminori would know that Koji is free on Thursday afternoons. Oh, yeah, Koji.
相談がある駐車場に来てくれないか
Oh, that's fuck. Well, it's the parking lot. That's not entirely
あ
weird.
今すぐにか
あ待ってる
Fuminori hangs up without another word. It's gotten into him. What does he want? Koji wonders as he sticks the phone into his jacket pocket. This sudden change is disturbing after a week of Fuminori avoiding both Koji and Yo. Maybe he's finally ready to talk, in which case, Koji should probably consider this a good thing. However, he can't shake the feeling that something is wrong. I mean,
まだ
yeah.
だか
Oh.
いいや
In the parking lot, Koji finds Fuminori leaning against the fender of Koji's car. Last time they met was in the darkness of an abandoned house. This is the first time in over a week that they've spoken face to face in the light. Perhaps that is why Koji senses something strange in Fuminori's expression. He's not sure what exactly, but something has changed.
前に
Ugh,
も話したと思うが
I can tell.
僕は今オーガイっていう人についていろいろと調べなきゃならないそれがなここに来ていろいろと難しくなってきたんだやっぱり僕一人じゃ無理かもなって
Oh. Fuminori seems more relaxed than before. He used to be tense all the time, like he was terrified of something. But now his expression is calm. He's even wearing what resembles a sheepish grin.
でお前にも手伝ってほしいんだコージ
Nevertheless, some instinct is telling Koji that Fuminori's changes are not for the better.
一体どういう風の吹き回しだ
Koji asks, keeping his expression neutral to conceal his
だ
suspicion.
ってお前も関心あるんだろコージ
Fuminori responds coolly, his smile, unreadable as ever, offers no glimpse of his true
お
motives.
前も僕の後からオーガイ教授の家をいろいろと探し回ってたじゃないか僕とお前とでバラバラに探すなんて二度手間だよどうせなら協力してもっと効率的にやろう
Why? Why does he sense malice, thick and viscous lurking behind Fuminori's
とも
smile?
かく今日は足が必要なんだ車を出してくれないか
まあ構わんが
Fuminori's car was destroyed in the accident. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So Koji isn't surprised that he needs a lift. Koji unlocks his car and gestures for Fuminori to take the passenger seat, then gets behind the wheel and starts the
で
engine.
どこに行くんだ
栃木の北の方那須高原の近所だな
栃木
Yeah, Koji can't believe his ears, and it's probably
住
pretty
所はこ
far.
れだこの建物を探してほしい
Fuminori says, handing Koji a photo with an address on the back. He seriously expects to be driven over 100 kilometers and back? I mean, we're living in the US, that happens. It's not weird. No, that's pretty, is it pretty, yeah, that's pretty normal, actually. Maybe, like, not frequently, but Koji doesn't know whether to be angry or
今から
impressed.
出発すれば夕方頃には着くだろう
まあそうかもしれんが
3 hours for 100 kilometers though? Really? City, man. City. Koji sighs heavily, tapping the steering wheel as he calms himself down. Now that he's come this far, the only thing he can do is see his friend's craziness through to the end.
別荘か何かかこれは。
多分そこに大貝教授もいるらしい。
Koji's looking forward to meeting the owner of that creepy house, but he's even more uneasy about letting Fuminori go alone. It looks like he just has to grin and bear it.
東京に戻るのは夜中かもな。
Yeah, that's
悪い
fine.
な、世話をかけて。
いいさ。
Koji drives out of the parking lot, leaving the rest of what he thought to say unspoken. Fuminori's smile seems wrong somehow, like a mask hiding his true face. I mean... Yo finds herself sitting alone in the cafeteria, searching for a familiar face as her lunch cools on the table in front of her. She was hoping to see Koji today, but he must have had other plans. That wouldn't be at all unusual. Normally, Omi and Fuminori would pick up the slack. But Omi and Fuminori aren't here anymore. Yo puts down her chopsticks, her appetite ruined by the lack of company and by the anxiety eating at her. Omi is missing. Fuminori has turned on her, and she has no idea why. If Koji were here, she could count on him to distract her with some idle conversation. Now that she is all by herself, Yo becomes keenly aware of how little tolerance she has for her loneliness. It'd be like that. She begins to feel paranoid, like the whole world is plotting to take from her everything that she cherishes. Okay, calm down. What's going on here? Where has Omi gone? Is Fuminori really unrelated to her disappearance? Or is he the key to the mystery, as Koji and Dr. Tanbo suspect? Yo recalls the events of last Thursday, alone and without an outlet for her pain after Fuminori verbally eviscerated her. Yo was lucky enough to run into Koji, although he could hardly make her problem go away. His kindness was a comfort. At the same time, Omi was on her way to Fuminori's house, and she hasn't been heard from since. Yo has only been aware of Fuminori's connection to Omi's disappearance since yesterday, when Koji revealed the truth during their visit to the hospital. What if... A new possibility occurs to her, a reason for why Omi suddenly decided to visit Fuminori. What if it hadn't been a coincidence that Yo ran into Koji that day? What if Koji and Omi had known what transpired between her and Fuminori, and had decided to act separately? Omi might have seen the confrontation in the courtyard. She might have been eavesdropping. It's not unthinkable. Damn, she's spot on! Oh jeez. As the idea forms in her mind, Yo feels as though something is tearing apart her body from the inside. It's only a possibility, but if true, then whatever happens to Omi is Yo's responsibility too, isn't it? No! Yo clutches her head, groaning in agony. The food on her tray is now cold, not that she would have eaten it anyway. Despite her frustration and anxiety, Yo is unable to act on her own. She has never been good at adapting to challenges, and no one would ever call her proactive. She hasn't the slightest idea how to respond to the situation. Honestly, it is kind of weird. If Omi were here, she would probably tell Yo to think positive and trust her instincts. Yo has always depended on her best friend's energy. Now that Omi is gone, Yo realizes just how weak and useless she is. She can only sink deeper and deeper into the abyss of self-loathing. Sudden ringing of her phone pulls her back from the brink of despair. It's a text message, there's no title, and the sender is... Yo cries out in shock. The message itself is even more baffling. Huh? Oh, where is it? Back look. So it's on Omi's phone. Oh no, she's gonna fucking die. Wait, who sent this? Message bears no trace of Omi's personality, but Yo can't deny that it was sent from her phone. Oh! Oh, I forgot Omi's the girl. I'm dumb. Man, I'm bad with names. Hey, but I'm figuring it all out. It's not like I made any long-term forgetfulness, you know? So that... Wouldn't that be from Saya? She takes a deep breath to calm herself before typing her reply, taking care that excitement doesn't cause her fingers to slip. Is that you, Omi? Where are you? Yo presses send. The screen shows what that her message was received. As she waits for a reply, her mind fills with questions. Is someone else using Omi's phone to send text messages? If so, why to her? Something suddenly occurs to her. She and Omi have exchanged countless messages over the years, many of which contain the sort of embarrassing confessions that close girlfriends share. At times when her feelings for Fuminori grew too strong to contain. I know why Saya did this! Yo often put them into words for Omi to read. Saya is destroying the competition. I don't think Fuminori's gonna really care though. As fucked up as that is. Did Omi put a password on her phone? Even if she had, the person who sent the message was obviously able to unlock it, which means that whoever it is has full access to her history. Oh jeez. Do you want to know about Sakisaka Fuminori? Yo reads that strange message one more time. Whoever sent it must believe that Yo has an interest in Fuminori. It's actually really good thinking. The phone rings again, startling Yo, but she quickly recovers and looks at the screen. There's no title, and the sender is still Takahata Omi. I'll tell you everything when we meet. Come alone, tell no one. It's so fucked up. It's way too obvious. It's not Omi. She would never try to scare Yo with such a mean-spirited prank. Anxiety has brought Yo almost to tears. Her mind isn't made to deal with this. Who's using Omi's phone and promising to reveal Fuminori's secrets? Who? I don't think they're doing that. Yo desperately wants advice from Koji, from anyone. She even starts to dial Koji's cell, but a sudden suspicion stops her. The sender might be somewhere nearby, watching her at this very moment. A cold chill runs down her spine as she looks furtively around the cafeteria. Come alone and tell no one. No. You're overthinking it. You're overthinking it. When someone says come alone, tell no one. That's not good. No, that means that it's not good. You come with someone in the distance and you tell people. The lifeless characters on the screen are like a knife against her throat. However, Yo clutches her phone and forces her heart to stop pounding. Isn't this cowardice exactly what she hates most about herself? Doesn't she want to know what she's capable of? Doesn't she want to do more than sit and wait? Yo realizes that her hand is shaking. How easy it would be just to give in to her cowardice, to convince herself that Omi and Fuminori are beyond her reach. That is what she truly wants. Even if it means abandoning dignity and loyalty, she wants to flee from the unknown. But she also knows that even escape is beyond her. Yo understands herself well. She knows that no matter how far she runs, regret and self-loathing will consume her after everything else has fallen apart. In the end, Yo is unable to overcome her cowardice alone. She lacks both the willpower and the courage to run. So what's she doing? The afternoon silence is somehow forbidding. The stink is in the air, the stink of garbage left out to rot. So she's just gonna go in alone without telling anyone? She's fucked! She's dead! She's gonna get eaten! By Fuminori too! Maybe she'd like that. Nah, I don't think she would. Either way, Even this perfectly normal residential neighborhood seems ominous to Yo in her current state. She feels like she's standing in the middle of a necropolis, as if everyone in the houses around her is dead. Well, well, in one of the houses, maybe. Yo pushes her fear aside and presses the buzzer on the Sakisaka house's front gate. Fuminori wasn't in class today. Is he home? He couldn't have sent those awful messages, could he? He doesn't even want to consider the possibility, so she forces the unwelcome thought from her mind. There's no response from the intercom. Yo doesn't know, of course, that Omi stood in the same spot 1 week ago, staring at the silent intercom with the same confusion that Yo is experiencing now. She, however, is not forced to wait as Omi was. Phone in her pocket rings, catching her off guard. Oh, it's another text message from Omi's phone. Come in, the door is open. Yo looks around quickly, a shiver running through her as she realizes she's being watched. Searching fearfully for her observer, Yo spots movement out of the corner of her eye. On the second floor of the Sakisaka house, a tightly drawn window curtain just fluttered. The person who sent the messages is inside the house. Only now does Yo realize that every other window has its storm shutters closed. No matter what happens inside, no one will ever know. This time, she nearly gives in to the intense urge to flee. I think you should give in to the intense urge to flee. I really do. But the terror she feels towards her invisible watcher is stronger. Wouldn't that make you want to flee more? And will not permit her to turn her back upon the open window. You could flee backwards. She has nowhere to run. Oh God. Yo bursts into tears, unable to take a single step. The phone in her hand rings again, demanding that she enter. She steps through the gate. When she enters the house, an overwhelming stench assaults her nostrils. The house is dark, even though it is the middle of the day. Fuminori must be out, as his shoes are not in the vestibule. However, Yo catches sight of a different pair stuffed behind the shoe cupboard. They look familiar, so she pulls them out of the shadows for a closer look. As soon as she recognizes them, her mind tries desperately to deny reality. They are identical to Omi's favorite shoes. Yo has seen her wearing them many times before, but that doesn't mean Omi is here, she tells herself. They might belong to someone else, someone who bought the same shoes from the same store. There's no way Omi could be here. Is there? Well, it's been a week, so she's probably not there anymore. I mean, yeah. Guys, I don't know how long human flesh keeps in the fridge, but it's been a week. It's like probably not good anymore. I mean, I wouldn't eat leftover human after a week. Maybe it's still good. I think that if they put it in the freezer, it's probably good. But who knows? With a sudden flash of clarity, Yo presses the most frequently used speed dial button on the phone in her tightly clenched fist. The phone dials Omi's number. It takes only a second for the signal to reach the nearest relay station, and then a familiar ringtone echoes through the house. It's coming from the second floor. Someone must still be up there in the room with the moving curtains. Omi's phone rings just for just a few moments, and then it stops, as whoever is holding it realizes Yo's intentions. For the first time, Yo feels the definite presence of her formless guide. She gathers her courage and calls out into the house, but there's no response. Whoever it is must not want to be seen. Yeah. Swallowing hard, Yo walks down the hallway to the staircase. Maybe it's Omi. Maybe it's Fuminori. Surely it's just the two of them playing a prank on her. Koji might even be here with them. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Yo's mind fills with comforting images of her friends. She needs to believe that there's still hope. Otherwise, she could not take another step.
よね。咲坂くんだよね。
Probably not. She climbs the stairs one at a time. Yo calls out in a voice choked with tears. When they see her sobbing, they'll probably laugh at her. Let them. It would be the happiest moment of her life. She just wants this torment to end. Well, I think you'll get your wish, but not in the way you hope. She tries to move faster, but her trembling legs would not let her. With each agonizing second that passes, she begs for release from this nightmare. After climbing for what seems like an eternity, Yo finds herself standing in the second floor hallway. And that's where we'll end today. Yeah, get fucked again. Yeah.